Holy Saturday. Station at St. John Lateran. The ceremonies of this day begin early in the morning with the blessing of a new fire that has been kindled with flint and steel. From this fire a candle with 3 stems, and placed on a reed, is lighted and carried up the church by a deacon, who 3 times chants the words, Lumen Christ. The paschal candle is blessed by the deacon, who fixes in it 5 grains of blessed incense in memory of the wounds of Christ and the precious spices with which he was anointed in the tomb, and afterwards lights it from the candle on the reed. The blessing of the candle is followed by the reading of the 12 prophecies, and after that the priest goes in procession to bless the font. The water in the font is scattered toward the 4 quarters of the world, to indicate the Catholicity of the Church and the worldwide efficacy of her sacraments. The priest breathes on the water in the form of a cross and plunges the paschal candle into the water, for the Spirit of God is to hallow it, and the power of Christ is to descend on it. Lastly, a few drops of the oil of catechumens and of the chrism are poured into the font, in order to signify the union of Christ, our anointed King, with his people. On the way back from the font the Litany of the Saints is begun, and when it is ended the altar is decked with flowers and the Mass is begun in white vestments. The pictures and statues in the church that have been veiled since Passion Sunday are uncovered. The organ and bells are heard again and the joyful Alleluia is resumed. In the absence of sacred ministers the officiant recites or sings, if the custom prevails, all the prayers and lessons and performs all the ceremonies allotted to the sacred ministers and the functions of this day. The officiating priest blesses the new fire and incense. The deacon with the subdeacon attends the officiating priest who reads the 12 prophecies in a low voice. The baptismal font in the church is blessed. If there are any to be baptized, the sacrament is now administered. The Litany of the Saints is intoned. The Mass of Holy Saturday has no introit, the litany being sung in its place. After the confession, confiteor, the priest, having incensed the altar and recited the Kyrie eleison, intones the Gloria in excelsis, to the ringing of the bells and the playing of the organ. Oremus. O God, who dost illuminate this most sacred night with the glory of the Lord's resurrection, preserve in the new offspring of thy family the Spirit which thou hast given, that, being renewed in body and mind, they may render thee pure service. Per eum dem Dominum nostrum, filium tuum. Amen.